Everyone tells you to disappear for 6 months and change your life. But, no one ever tells you how. I'm not here to give you motivation. I'm here to give you resurrection. Not a glow-up, not a little progress. I'm talking about burning the old you alive and coming back unrecognizable, but to do that, a part of you must die. Most guys get hyped after a motivational video, but, 3 days later, they're back to scrolling, back to junk food, back to mediocrity. And deep down, they know it, but they keep doing it. These guys are NPCs, stuck in cycles, worshipping other men's greatness, but never becoming great themselves. But there's another path, a path most will never dare walk. It's not inspiration, it's execution. You want to resurrect? You want to rise from the ashes of your old self, to become something unrecognizable to the person you used to be? You want to break free from the chains that have held you back, to shatter the image that others have of you, and to finally step into your true power? Then you have to ask yourself, are you willing to go where most people are afraid to look? Are you ready to face the part of yourself that you've been taught to hide, to suppress, to deny? Because the truth is, resurrection isn't about becoming someone new, it's about unleashing what's always been inside you, waiting in the shadows. Then you have to embrace your dark side, that part of you that's raw, untamed, and powerful. The side that doesn't care about being polite or fitting in, or making everyone else comfortable. The side that's been whispering to you in your lowest moments, telling you that you're capable of more, that you're meant for more. The side that's been waiting for you to stop pretending, to stop playing small, and to finally let it out. This isn't about becoming a villain. It's about reclaiming the energy you've been told to fear. It's about using the fire inside you to forge a new path, to burn away the lies and limitations that have kept you trapped. But society told you to suppress it. From the time you were a child, you were taught to be good, to be agreeable, to never rock the boat. You learned to hide your anger, your ambition, your hunger for more. You learned to put on a mask, to smile when you wanted to scream, to nod when you wanted to shout. You learned that your darkness was dangerous, that it made people uncomfortable, that it had to be locked away. But what if that was a lie? What if the very thing you've been told to hide is the key to your resurrection? To be nice, to stay quiet, to never make waves, to never show how much you really want, how much you really feel. You were told that being good meant being invisible, that being strong meant being silent. But deep down you know that's not true. You know there's a storm inside you, a force that refuses to be tamed. You know that your silence is suffocating you, that your niceness is killing your spirit. It's time to break free from those chains. It's time to let your true self roar. That primal, dangerous energy, you buried it, but it's still there. It's the part of you that refuses to give up, that keeps fighting even when everyone else has walked away. It's the part of you that gets up after every fall, that refuses to be broken, no matter how many times life tries to crush you. You might have tried to silence it, to lock it away, but it's always been there, waiting for the moment when you're ready to let it out. And when you do, you'll realize that it's not your enemy, it's your greatest ally. Think about it. If your family was held hostage right now, that polite mask would vanish. You'd kill without flinching. In that moment, you wouldn't care about being liked or being accepted or following the rules. You'd do whatever it takes to protect the people you love. That's your dark side in action. It's not evil, it's survival. It's the part of you that's willing to do what needs to be done, no matter the cost. It's the part of you that refuses to be a victim, that refuses to let anyone else dictate your fate. That's the power you've been hiding from. That's the power you need to unleash. That switch is in you. It's always been there, waiting for you to flip it, waiting for you to stop pretending, to stop playing by someone else's rules, to finally take control of your own life. You don't have to wait for a crisis to unleash it. You can choose right now to tap into that power, to use it to fuel your dreams, to drive you forward, to help you become the person you were always meant to be. The world wants you to stay asleep, but you're ready to wake up. Your dark side remembers everything. The betrayal, the rejection, the laughter. Every time someone doubted you, every time someone tried to break you, every time someone told you that you weren't enough. It remembers the pain, the humiliation, the anger. But it also remembers your strength. It remembers how you survived, how you kept going, how you refused to let their words define you. Your dark side is your memory, your motivation, your fuel. It's the fire that keeps you moving forward, even when the world tries to hold you back. It wants revenge, not out of hatred, but out of power. It wants to prove to the world, and to yourself, that you are not to be underestimated, that you are not weak, or broken, or defeated. It wants to show everyone who ever doubted you that you are stronger than they ever imagined. But this isn't about hurting others, it's about reclaiming your power. It's about taking back what's yours. It's about standing tall, even when the world tries to push you down. It's about becoming the person you were always meant to be. Use that. Don't deny it. Direct it. Channel it into your work, your art, your training, your relationships. Let it fuel your ambition, your discipline, your drive. Let it push you to new heights, to new levels of greatness. Don't be afraid of your darkness. Embrace it. Let it become your greatest weapon, your secret advantage. The world is full of people who are afraid of their own power. Don't be one of them. Be the one who dares to go deeper, to dig into the shadows, to find the gold that everyone else is too scared to touch. David Goggins was fat, weak, and pathetic. He was broken, beaten down by life, by his own choices, by the world around him. He could have stayed that way, he could have accepted his fate, given up on his dreams, and faded into the background. But he didn't. He looked into the darkness inside himself and found something no one else could see. He found a fire, a rage, a determination that refused to die. He found the part of himself that was willing to do whatever it took to change, to grow, to become something more. But he didn't go soft. He went dark. He embraced the pain, the struggle, the suffering. He used it as fuel, as motivation, as a weapon. He didn't run from his demons, he faced them head on and he conquered them. He became a warrior, a legend, an inspiration to millions. Not because he was born special, but because he was willing to go where others wouldn't. He was willing to unleash his dark side, to use it to become unstoppable. He didn't just transform, he resurrected. So will you. When you stop running from your darkness, when you finally embrace the power inside you, you'll rise from the ashes of your old life. You'll become someone new, someone powerful, someone unstoppable. The world will try to hold you back, to keep you small, to make you forget who you really are. But you'll remember. You'll remember the fire, the pain, the hunger. And you'll use it to become the person you were always meant to be. Unleash your dark side. Resurrect yourself. The world is waiting. But embracing your dark side isn't enough. School shooters and terrorists embrace their dark side, but they lose control. They destroy without direction. You are not them. You are disciplined. The best warriors, Michael Jordan, Alex Pereira, they don't suppress the killer instinct, but they master it. They use it to dominate, not to destroy. Your dark side becomes a servant to your mission. You are no longer a slave to your emotions. You're the commander. After control comes isolation. It's a stage most people avoid, but it's where the real transformation begins. When you choose to step away from the constant noise of the world, you're not just escaping distractions, you're entering a space where you can finally hear yourself think. In a world that's always connected, always buzzing, isolation is a radical act. It's not about loneliness, it's about reclaiming your mind from the endless chatter, the opinions, the expectations that everyone else tries to place on you. This is where you disappear. Cut the noise, shut off distractions, step into silence, turn off your phone, close the door, and let the world fade away for a while. In this silence, you're not running from life, you're running toward yourself. You're giving yourself the rare gift of undisturbed thought, of uninterrupted self-reflection. It's uncomfortable at first. The urge to check your notifications, to scroll, to reach for something, anything that fills the silence is almost overwhelming. But if you can resist, if you can sit with that discomfort, you'll discover something powerful. But, most guys can't handle this. Most people are terrified of being alone with their thoughts. They fill every moment with noise, with company, with distraction because the silence feels like a threat. It's easier to drown out your doubts and insecurities with the voices of others than to face them head on. But the truth is, the people who achieve the most, who grow the most, are the ones who can sit in that silence and listen to what it has to say. They fear being alone with their thoughts. They fear what might come up when there's no one else around, when there's nothing left to distract them. The mind can be a dark place, especially when you've spent years avoiding its depths. But that darkness isn't your enemy. It's a signal. It's your mind telling you what you need to work on, what you need to face, what you need to change. If you never give yourself the chance to listen, you'll never know what you're truly capable of overcoming, because in silence, your dark side speaks. The part of you that you try to hide, the part that whispers doubts and fears, finally has a voice. It tells you things you don't want to hear, that you're wasting time, that you're not living up to your potential, that you could be more. It's harsh, but it's honest. And if you're brave enough to listen, you can use that voice as fuel. You can turn your weaknesses into strengths, your fears into motivation. And he says, you're wasting time, you're weak, you could be more. These words sting, but they're not meant to break you. They're meant to wake you up. They're a challenge, a call to action. Most people run from this voice, but the strong ones, the ones who want to grow, they face it, they write it down, they confront it, and they use it to push themselves further than they ever thought possible. But you're not. That voice, write it down. Don't let it echo endlessly in your mind. Put it on paper. See it for what it is. A collection of fears, doubts, and insecurities that you can analyze, challenge, and ultimately overcome. Journaling in isolation isn't just about venting, it's about understanding yourself on a deeper level. It's about tracking your progress, setting your intentions, and holding yourself accountable. When you write down your thoughts, you take control of them. You turn chaos into clarity. Let it burn into your mind. Let the truth of your thoughts, your fears, your ambitions sear themselves into your memory. Don't run from them, face them, use them. The process is painful, but it's also liberating. When you confront your inner darkness, you rob it of its power. You realize that the things you fear most are often the things you most need to address. And once you do, you're free to move forward, unburdened by the weight of unspoken doubts. Don't numb yourself with TikTok and group chats. Sit with it. Resist the urge to escape into endless scrolling, mindless entertainment, or shallow conversations. These things might offer temporary relief, but they won't help you grow. Growth happens in discomfort. Growth happens when you're willing to be alone, to face your thoughts, to wrestle with your demons. The world will always be there when you're ready to return. But for now, give yourself permission to disconnect. Because what you'll find in solitude isn't just pain, it's clarity. It's a deeper understanding of who you are and what you want. It's the realization that you are stronger than your fears, more capable than your doubts, and more resilient than you ever imagined. In isolation, you find your true self, the self that isn't defined by others, but by your own choices, your own values, your own vision for your life. And when you emerge from that solitude, you'll be ready to face the world with a new sense of purpose, direction, and strength. You can't resurrect without a target, and honestly, most men, they don't have a vision, they just copy other men. But that's not purpose, that's sheep behavior. So, test your vision, ask yourself why 10 times. If it's shallow, trash it, then make it visual. Build a vision board, draw it, see it every day. Because when you can see it, you can hunt it. And hunting requires clarity. Here's where it gets real. This is the moment where you stop pretending, stop making excuses, and finally face the truth about yourself. The world is full of noise, people telling you what you should be, what you should want, how you should act. But none of that matters right now. What matters is the raw, unfiltered reality of who you are, standing alone in the dark, with nothing but your own thoughts echoing back at you. This is the crossroads, the place where you decide if you're going to keep dragging the same old baggage, or if you're ready to let it go and step into something new. Take who you are right now, every flaw, every strength, every scar, and every dream. Look at yourself honestly, without filters or masks. This isn't about self-loathing or self-praise, it's about clarity. It's about seeing the real you, the one who's been shaped by every choice, every mistake, every victory, and every defeat. Stand in front of that mirror, literal or metaphorical, and ask yourself, is this the person you want to be? Or is there a gap between who you are and who you know you could become? And compare it to who you want to become. Picture that future version of yourself, the one who's stronger, wiser, more disciplined, more fulfilled. What does he look like? How does he move through the world? What does he value? What does he refuse to tolerate? The gap between you and that person isn't just about time or luck, it's about choices. It's about what you're willing to sacrifice and what you're willing to fight for. The vision board isn't just decoration, it's a map, a reminder of the distance you still have to travel. Your dark side will tell you exactly what's holding you back. It's brutally honest. It points out the bum habits, the late nights wasted, the mindless scrolling, the comfort food, the procrastination. It calls out the loser friends, the ones who drag you down, who laugh at your ambitions, who keep you stuck in the same old patterns. It exposes the comfort zone, the routines that feel safe but keep you small. Your dark side doesn't sugarcoat it. It shows you the anchors you've tied to your own ankles, the dead weight you've been carrying for far too long. Cut it all, no emotions. This isn't about being heartless, it's about being honest. If something or someone is holding you back, you have to let it go. The old habits, the toxic relationships, the clutter in your life and in your mind, they all have to go. Don't negotiate with your excuses. Don't try to justify keeping what's comfortable but destructive. Be ruthless, be surgical. This is your life, and you only get one shot at becoming the person you're meant to be. No hesitation, burn it. The past is over. The mistakes, the regrets, the old stories you keep telling yourself, they're just fuel for the fire. Watch them burn. Feel the weight lift as you let go of what no longer serves you. This is the ritual of transformation. It's not easy, it's not painless, but it's necessary. You can't build a new life on the ashes of the old one unless you're willing to light the match. Your dark side won't carry dead weight, and neither should you. He's not cruel, he's surgical. He knows that to move forward, you have to travel light. He's the part of you that's willing to do what's necessary, even when it's hard. He doesn't waste time on guilt or nostalgia. He's focused, relentless, and clear-eyed. He's the one who gets you up when you want to quit, who pushes you past your limits, who refuses to let you settle for less than you're capable of. Embrace that part of yourself, let him lead, and once you bridge that gap, once you've cut the dead weight, burned the old stories, and stepped into the unknown, you'll find yourself on the other side. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. It's about becoming the kind of person who doesn't just dream, but acts. The kind of person who faces fear and keeps moving forward. The bridge is narrow, and the journey is lonely, but every step takes you closer to the life you want. You are no longer becoming, you're evolving. You're not just changing on the surface, you're transforming from the inside out. Every sacrifice, every hard choice, every moment of honesty has brought you here. You're not who you were, and you're not yet who you will be, but you're moving, you're growing, you're alive, and that's what it means to bridge the gap. The journey never really ends, but now you're finally on your way. If you've done all this, then you're ready. You've buried the old version of yourself, and from the ashes you rise. The new you doesn't seek validation, he commands respect. He doesn't avoid discomfort, he eats it for breakfast. You don't follow, you lead. Most men quit at the start, but you made it to the end, and this is where the resurrection begins. Like, comment, share, and subscribe for more raw content.